All right, there's lots of reasons why there is a crash happening. One of the reasons is in front of your screen now. You will see I've got the picture of the Dow Jones where there was a glitch on, or a little sign of the weakening in September last year. And what is September so important? Because of the Shemitah year. Now the Shemitah year commenced around the middle, the 21st of September. Now, what is Shemitah year? Any of you know? So different ways you can pronounce it, Shemitah or Shemitah. There's different ways you can say that word, but it's a 7-year cycle. It's a biblical cycle that we've have learned about and encountered. I've got a very interesting file here. On stock market cycles, on astronomy and all of that. And one of the chapters in the book, believe it or not, I actually printed the whole book when I downloaded it. And there was one chapter just on the Shemitah year. And when we talk about this, I was on the Loving Life channel a little while ago. And what was interesting there is I was asked, but why is the stock market going to crash? Yes, it's going to crash. When is it going to crash? And I said that was the mid-September. Now you can see up until the 3rd of January, it seemed like it was still going up, but it was part of a down cycle down channel that we see happening there. So we are sitting in a very interesting scenario right there now. And I've just sent this picture to one of my stock market friends. He trades on the Dow Jones S&P 500, and I told him this, and he's been shorting the market, and he's been making money. And he says, I'm so excited, I don't know if I'm going to make a mistake. But I've actually drawn what I believe possibly would happen on Monday morning. We would see a little bounce, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's going to carry on dropping. Now, this was what I sent to him already Wednesday, Thursday last week. But by also, I didn't know that there was a monkeypox virus, and they're going to be announcing more and more diseases and viruses in the near future. You're going to have to get used to this. All of a sudden, high blood pressure, diabetes, malaria, all of these heart disease, there's no worries about them. But now all of a sudden the world has been thrown with diseases, all sorts of bio diseases maybe, and now there's this panic setting in, and our big pharmaceutical companies are also taking a dive at the same time. So one of the questions that one of the traders asked me, but shouldn't the cryptos be going up while the stock market is going down? And unfortunately not. If you folks have seen any recent pictures of the S&P 500 and Bitcoin, they are running more or less together. So if you want to know what the Bitcoin's doing, the S&P is pretty much following the same trend. And what traders have now asked me is, well, what should I do? Shall I just wait for the dip? So here's the Bitcoin, and we can see it has hit a support line. There it is a major, those are just my alarms that I've put on the, but we might see that it might drop all the way to $18,000 or $20,000 in the next short while. And what we've been seeing right now in this is the same thing that happens here, that there's this sideways bounce. So the sideways bouncing gives us opportunity to trade other cryptocurrencies while Bitcoin is going sideways. And always when it hits a top or it hits a bottom, it takes a while to recover before they decide what's going to happen next. Now, one of the interesting indicators is if you folks are watching the seasons and the traditional holidays, religious holidays, last year, this time, you can see last year, 22nd, 23rd May, only in July it went up. This happened, these big drops happened. You can go and look at the date of Ramadan. Soon after Ramadan, the markets crashed. The markets came down with this. So what you need to remember is that all of these holidays are busy playing out a cycle on the markets. And there's certain things that you need to keep an eye. So we've spoken about Shemitah, which is a Jewish Israeli. If you only believe in the New Testament, then it doesn't. Then you believe that's Jewish, and that's not applying to you. But it's all of this stuff is actually happening. It's actually affecting the markets and what's going on right now in the markets. And I'm going to answer a few questions tonight based on your strategy. Now, most traders don't know what their strategy is. If you tell me I'm a day trader, I'm a scalp trader, then I'll put you in a certain box. But if you say, no, I'm a swing trader, I'm a long-term trader, then I'm going to tell you I'm going to give you a different strategy. And these strategies, nothing that I'm giving you is financial advice. This is just what I would do if I was in your shoes, in those shoes. And the reason why I say a lot of traders don't know what their strategy is because some days traders have time to trade and would like to know what I can trade. And other days you don't have a clue. You don't have you have a clue. You don't have time to trade. You don't have time to sit and watch the markets. Now, for instance, this is what happens. And a few traders would have agreed with me if you've been trading long enough. None of us will catch the bottom when the bottom happens. We are not that clever to know exactly where the bottom. This price might come down all the way to 15,000, even 13, 12, 10,000 in a drop of a hat. And you will not be in front of the screen to actually see that happen. So quickly it could happen. So you go and you can see that went like, that would be a $10,000. It could drop all the way to $10,000, folks. And you know what traders are going to do? 95% of the traders, when they see that happening, they're going to sell. They're going to sell. And they're going to sell and sell and sell. So let me show you what happens. And it just happens over and over again because people don't realize this. Why would I want to sell when the market goes down at a rapid rate? It's because I don't have funds to buy in the dip. Big mistake. So you're a day trader, you're a scalp trader. You want to always find the best place to buy. But now you end up panicking like everyone else. You start selling, selling, selling. So this, if the price falls down to 10,000, and every exchange will be different. Some will panic more and others. And I'm going to give you a tip now. If you want to buy cheap Bitcoin, you're not going to trade to BTC USDT. You're going to try to beat BUSD to BTC. Let me show you. Look what happened a week or two ago. It hit 24,500 on BUSD. Those who were lucky enough to buy back Bitcoin, you bought back Bitcoin with your BUSD a lot cheaper. In fact, let's show you how much cheaper you got it for if you did this. So this would be a consideration for those of you who it went out to, I think, 28,000, and then it dropped to you got a 12% cheaper. And that's maybe no big deal to most of the traders, but if you just take it the reverse of that, from there back to where it is now, you would have made 22% on your dollar, whatever dollar you were trading. So there's a free tip. You could go and trade, if you want to buy cheaper Bitcoin, use your, rather convert your USDT or your Bitcoin back to BUSD, and then go and buy it down incrementally. So if you've done the courses, any of our courses, you would know that you wouldn't want to trying to find a perfect place to buy it in, but you would go and stack small amounts right down to 20 odd or lower. You would be playing tiny little amounts right down maybe to $5,000 or $10,000. I'm not even saying that it's going to go down there. I'm saying this is a possibility, because when the Dow Jones opens on Monday, now this is, the Dow Jones is closed. So when you look at the chart of the Dow Jones, you will see that it doesn't go the 20th of May, 21, 22, 23. You will see the next candlestick will show 23. So there's only 5 days of Dow Jones or S&P 500. Skip 2 days, and then it's just 5 days, the next 5 days, the next. So you only see weekdays on the Dow Jones chart. And that's slightly confusing sometimes. So what normally happens is on a Monday or a Friday, the market ends at a low. On a Monday, it shoots up for a short period of time. And we can see a nice actual channel that it's busy dropping in. So it's really time for shorting the markets. You want to make money on the stock markets, you're going to short the markets right down to possibly the 20, 27, 26, 25, back into this red range. I would say 22,400 is where to, if you're patient for a few months. I'm not 100% sure how the contracts and all of that work. Each and every exchange has got their complications. But we are going to see some very low prices soon. This is going to be one of the biggest stock market crashes in history. In fact, the amount of points the stock market has already dropped is indicative to us that it's already past 1929, although the 1929 it fell 600-700 points. That was a stock market crash then, but now it's gone up so many thousands of points. When it comes down, this is a huge correction. And Bitcoin will drop together with the stock market. That's why Robert Kiyosaki is saying, I'm buying Bitcoin back at 20,000. And you're thinking, will it go to 20,000? Now, I'm going to tell you another scenario. Let's say you wake up tomorrow morning and Bitcoin has fallen to 20,000. Then what you do is, if you're trading on Binance, go and click on the spot markets. We only teach spot markets. And then you go 24-hour change and you find the coin that's dropped the most. You'll see Bitcoin, maybe it's dropped 20%, but you want to look at which of these coins have dropped the most. So now you've got Bitcoin. Your Bitcoin is worth 70% of 60% of what you bought it for. But now you take your Bitcoin and you find the coin that's dropped the most together with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin drops 20%, other coins will drop 40%. Now, some of you have seen how much Luna has fallen by, and Luna has given small opportunities since it's dropped, but it's dropped so big that it can drop more. So you'll take your Bitcoin and you'll go and buy these cheaper coins that drop faster than Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin goes up, Bitcoin goes up 20%, these cheap altcoins will go up 40% or 30%. And then you will make your dollar value back quickly and you will increase your Bitcoin. People think that by holding Bitcoin, you increase your Bitcoin. Some of you guys joined this other Ponzi scheme that said, we will increase your Bitcoin. But the price of Bitcoin was going up and up. So, and then they were trading Bitcoin and slow coins like Ethereum. And they weren't making money because they weren't trading the right way. You increase your Bitcoin by the Bitcoin price dropping, by you buying cheaper and cheaper Bitcoin. Or you need to find the altcoins that are going up while Bitcoin is going up. And that's what they weren't doing. So how do you increase your Bitcoin, or how do you make up for losses? Because this is going to be the best time, the biggest opportunity for traders worldwide is to buy the coins in the dips with their dollars or their BUSD or their USDT. Now, USDT is also jittery at the moment. There's lots to be proven whether they have the funds that they are, but BUSD is one of the best stable coins to trade at the moment. Now, I'm going to quickly go to Altcointrader for those of you who are trading on Altcointrader, because this is giving the best opportunities now for silver and USDT. Your most stable currencies are sitting on a South African exchange, starting with USDT, which is running in a very, very nice channel right now. The guys are just accumulating more dollars when the price drops. They are making money as the price rands when the price goes up, and dollars and rands and dollars and rands. So let's quickly put this on a channel. Let me just refresh this. I'm not sure why it's not doing that for me at the moment. Anything you guys want to discuss or ask, use the chat box, and when I get a gap, I'm going to answer your question. So for those of you who are worried about the petrol price, here's the good news. And this is what we do with the baby traders, those of you who've done the baby step traders course. This is, you just find the channel in which it is running. And so you can trade it up to the top of the channel. That's where we're going, 17 Rand 35. That's why 30 Rand, 28, 30 Rand. We're going to go to 25, 26 Rand early next month for the petrol price. But 17 Rand 35 is the next target. And once it's broken through that, we're going to see 20, 21, 22 Rand. So if South Africa doesn't cooperate with the World Health Organization and then, you know, we would get punished with whatever. So let us quickly go to the next one, which is silver and gold. Silver is actually gone pretty cheap. If we take it, let's just take it on a one-day graph quickly, and we can see silver might even hit, if the stock market, when the stock market crashes, silver is going to drop down to about 320 Rand, 300, 295. So if you want to buy cheap silver, I mean, you want to buy proper commodities. Once you've got silver on Altcointrader, you can either cash it out or you can have it, pick it up at one of the coin shops. So this is where we're going to see silver drop to. So this, and then once the stock market has hit the bottom, this will go up in demand and will make you a lot of money. I'm not keen on gold. If you go and look at the ratios, the up and down movement, gold does not move that drastically. So for every 5% or 10% that silver moves, gold moves, silver moves 20 or 25%. So there's a lot more profitability trading silver and gold. So there's three very nice cryptocurrencies or coins that you can trade on Altcointrader. The XAU, but very low volume. XAG, I would go and buy a whole lot in small increments, and then as well as USDT. USDT is actually such a nice trading pair to trade. For those of you who've never done the baby traders course, I suggest you guys do that baby traders course, because everyone is making money on this. This is the only trade, and it's a stable pair, the only stable trading pair that you can trade. That doesn't matter what the stock market is doing. All right, so let's get back to Bitcoin and talk about what can I do. So first thing I can do is I can sit back and say, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to wait for everything to hit the bottom, but it might take another month or two, or at least 2 weeks to a month and a half. If we take last year's pattern, only 21st of July, we started seeing the markets rise again. Do you have until it's 2 months from now? Do you have 2 months to do nothing? All right, so there's a question. Or you can say, I want to find out what I can trade on a daily basis, because we have gone over onto almost a lockdown mode where 2 to 4 to 6 hours a day, we sit with the traders on the signals group and we sit and trade with them. Say, okay, guys, here's a signal. Let's sit and let's watch this market. Let's trade this market. And you folks can see, if you look at my daily trades, I have trades that are going through on a daily basis. You can see I've had Dodo and FLM and different. That was today's orders. Let's take it 1 week. So today's the 22nd. Yesterday, bought FLM, started selling it today. Bought Pond, sold Dust, sold Dodo. So you can see there are orders going through. So there are plenty of opportunities that we are still grabbing. And maybe if you feel like, okay, if I can make 2% or 4% or 5% every day, from now until the 21st of July, which is 2 months, it's like, okay, let's take it. I'm trading 5 days a week. So that means 40 days, and I can make 5% in 40 days. Would that make a difference to your portfolio or not? Or am I going to sit and wait and grab? You see, this is what happens is a lot of us aren't thinking like business owners. If Game or Macro or any of these big mass smart companies, they see certain stuff on the shelf, certain stock on the shelf is not selling, and they know that, I mean, winter, you're not going to sell summer clothes. You're not going to sell light clothes now. You might want to sell that quickly, even if you sell it at a slight loss, and then buy back the stuff that's going to move during the winter time. Now, I'm not giving you guys financial advice, but what happens, all traders lose money. All traders have to lose money somewhere. But if you're trading 5 or 10 coins, if you're trading 10 coins, 2 of them are making you money and 8 of them are not. But now you look at your overall balance, and your overall balance is dropped. So you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're only focusing on the losses and not your individual sales. So if you're focusing on your individual sales, you say, but 20% of my products or my coins made me money today. Let me take that money and work with that money and make that more. And when you go and look at where you bought your coins, if you're not selling the coin minus 5%, then you're going to sell it minus 10, minus 15, minus 20%. And you keep on losing money on that because you're taking too long to make a decision. So your exit strategy for every single coin that you buy should be minus 5%. That's why you need to use TradingView. TradingView is the ultimate. You go and place an alarm on the different, you can place alarms depending on what package you buy, but you want to place alarms so that when it starts hitting those, you say, exit, I'm out. Let me rather find something that's going up, trade with something that's going up, and then I make my profits back again. Great, folks. Are there any questions? Let's see if in the chat box, anything from you guys. I think I've addressed everything. So while I'm just waiting for the questions, first thing is, what is your strategy? If you're a long-term trader, you can sit and wait. And if you're a long-term trader always has more capital every month that they can put in. So what you're doing is you're dollar cost averaging, and you're not, the best way to trade is always to buy the same thing every month, once a month. That's dollar cost averaging. So that at the end of the day, some of it is at a great profit, some of it is at a loss. The second strategy is, if you're a scalp or a day trader, you've got half an hour a day up to 8 hours a day. You want to grab little opportunities. There are 4 to 6 signals coming through every day. Now, I've got a list of coins that I've been keeping for the last year. And every day there's 5 to 10 opportunities that we can see. These coins will rise the same, more or less the same time every single month. And let's grab those, make a little bit of money, get out, and we know we've made some money for the day. If the world changes again, that we go into lockdowns, folks, heaven forbid that happens. But there always is this opportunity that you're going to have to sit at home. Then at least you can make money trading on the markets. We made, during the lockdowns, that was the best time, because we were buying gold and silver, and we were buying all these coins that cheaply and making money on the way up again. So, but we have to keep an eye on the stock market. So for those of you that I don't recognize all your names, we have the signals groups starting at 400 Rand a month, 400, 600, and we got Tribe from 900 Rand a month. You want to jump on board, contact me or contact the person that introduced you to this, that we can sit and watch these markets every day, because even though we're getting signals of where the RSI is hitting and the Bollinger Band, sometimes it drops further. So how do we know that even if we've got the perfect place to buy, if that's not, it's still going to drop further? And often we've seen that the market goes lower even though the RSI doesn't go lower. So anything from your side? I don't see any questions. So you guys have an awesome evening. Hopefully I've answered your questions, and that you can take advantage of the dips. Either you're going to buy in the dips by placing lower and lower orders, or you're going to, you're just going to wait for the market to turn and hope for the best. But that's not the right way. Any investors, if you are an investor, you would have sold your coins long ago. You would have seen that the Bitcoin price has been dropping, and seriously dropping. You would have wanted to see when the turn is, when the market's going to turn up again. And then you can take advantage of that. There's no reason for us not to make money. Even if we just do those half an hour trades every single day, 15-minute, half an hour, 45 minutes, 1.5 hours, get in, get out, and then make your whole, and increase. You can trade to your coins to Bitcoin, not to US dollars necessarily. The only benefit of trading now to US dollars or BUSD is that every time you sell, then you've got the dollars to use to buy back in the dips with it if the Bitcoin drops. All right. So that is all for now, folks. And hopefully you guys have fun and be ready for those markets to drop. Sure. Cheers, everybody. Bye for now.